This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. First, news broke that Justin Skule tore his ACL yesterday, Monday, in practice. And then later on that this morning, news broke that that wasn't it. That Tarvarius Moore also tore his Achilles in practice on Monday yesterday. Both guys are out for the year. Man. Let me tell you what you need to know about these guys. Tarvarius Moore, was the backup safety last year. He started 8 games because Jaquaski Tart missed 8. He plays a lot. He plays defense and special teams. He played 500 snaps on defense last year, started 8 games, played 230 snaps on special teams, and Niners have to replace him in both ways. This hurts their defense and their special teams. He was in a contract year. He was taking all the starter reps at safety, at strong safety, in camp, in OTAs, because Jaquaski Tart is out until training camp with turf toe. So this is a blow to the Niners defense. I mean, Tarvarius Moore has never been the best player, but 800 snaps they have to replace that they just lost for the year. Justin Skule was their swing tackle. He was the first guy off the bench. If Mike McGlinchey, Trent Williams missed the game. Trent Williams misses at least one game every year. Mike McGlinchey is working to regain his foothold of that job at right tackle. The Niners do need a high-level swing tackle, and they don't have one anymore. I mean, Justin Skule struggled last year, but they've drafted him. They've developed him. They're invested in him. And so now they have to figure out who replaces him. So this is really, really terrible news for the 49ers. And keep in mind that they've already lost Jeff Wilson Jr. for a long time, 4 to 6 months with a torn meniscus. That's 3 guys who have suffered serious injuries and going to have surgery based on these little practices and OTAs. And not to mention all the other guys who have the little tweaks. Brandon Ayuk, Richie James Jr., Travis Benjamin, Raheem Mostert. Really hasn't been a successful OTA so far. In fact, it's been par for the course for the 49ers. This is what happens every time they try to play football in any capacity. They fall apart. Every year it's like, well, if injuries don't affect them this year, they're going to be really good. Injuries get them every year. And not just during games, not just during practices in the middle of the season. In June, in non-padded practices that don't even need to happen. Really unfortunate. And I feel terrible for these young men because it's going to affect their careers and their lives. And this is so unnecessary. So unnecessary.